welcome everyone to the Collab.Land Co-op Town Hall, our 17th edition. We are joined today on the Collab.Land side by Angeli Jung, a DAO officer for the Collab.Land Co-op, as well as co-founder of Abridge.io, the creator of Collab.Land. The mission of Collab.Land is to create and enable community tools that encourage pro-social activity, as well as enabling collaboration and positive community interactions. Angeli has been a strong champion of this mission, and it is fantastic to have you here, Angeli. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, am I on mute? Oh, no, I'm not. Great. Thank you so much. So happy to be here. Humbled by the presence of everyone in the audience. Thank you so much. Can't wait to get started and tell you all what's happening this week.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about during this town hall, so yeah, let's get to it. But before we get started, additionally, we have I Speak Nerd and Candy joining the panel today. Both of them are incredible Collab.Land Comms team members focused on security, community, marketing, and magic. And it's just super great to have you guys here. So welcome.
Thank you for having us. Super glad to be here on a Tuesday.
Thank you. So excited to be here as always.
Amazing. So excited to have you guys here on the panel for today's town hall. And I think that we're good to start with the conversation. Just a quick note, we're having a POAP for today's town hall. It will be distributed during the call, and we'll be using the POAP mini app to claim the POAP. Very easy process. We'll let you know how to claim this POAP in case that you haven't used the mini app before. And having said that, let's start now with the conversation. And first, we have bot updates, which is always very interesting. So, Angeli, what are some of the latest bot updates that we'd like to share with our community today?
Let's start up with a little bit of housekeeping, which is Collab.Land tipping. We have tipping that isn't available to all Collab.Land communities, but was a more of an advanced beta that we were doing with. We have select 62 active communities right now that are using Collab.Land tipping, partner tipping. Our partner for Collab.Land tipping right now is K Channels. We are going to be migrating from K Channels to EtherSpot. Maybe we can have James come in next week or the week after talking about our long history with EtherSpot, coming from the Pillar wallet that used the abridged SDK, which was the original abridged product that we had, which was a contract wallet with social recovery. So it's kind of coming back home to EtherSpot in a little bit of ways. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and that relationship runs deep for us. So we're going to be migrating from K Channels to EtherSpot. We'll be announcing it 2 weeks before the migration happens. You'll get a notice when you are tipping. You'll get a little notice that tells you tipping will be down in 2 weeks during a migration. So we're thinking it's probably going to take about 2 weeks for the entire migration to happen. So tipping will be down for that period of time. But again, we will announce it well in advance so everyone knows. When it comes back, going from K Channels to EtherSpot, we're not going to have any change. From the tipper perspective or the tippy perspective or the member perspective, admin perspective, nothing will be changed. It's going to look like the Collab.Land tipping that you've been using for 2 years already. So there's not going to be anything different. We will be sending a reminder to the communities that are using our tipping right now through Collab.Land config channel once we have those final dates, but it's probably looking at the end of July right now. So you'll be getting a message 2 weeks before, and then Collab.Land config channel admins will also be getting a message 1 month before. And then, again, nothing's going to change. We're just letting you know in case for any reason you want to not move forward with tipping with EtherSpot, then you have an opportunity to withdraw all your funds from K Channels. If you don't withdraw your funds for K Channels and you want to continue using tipping the way you always have, then just keep everything the same. You don't have to do anything. Nothing is required of you. You are just going to sit still and wait when we transition, and then you're going to go back to tipping the usual way you tip. So that's the note about tipping. Again, all affected communities will get messages in Collab.Land config to their admins, and all affected members who use tipping already are going to get messages through the tipping commands. So whenever you try to tip or accept a tip, you're going to get a little message saying like, hey, you've got 2 weeks and tipping will be down. So for a short period of time during the transition. So again, nothing, you don't have to do anything. If you want to keep using tipping the way you want, keep going. If you don't want to use tipping, then you actually have an opportunity to withdraw funds anytime you want. You can do it now. You can do it in a few weeks, whenever. Again, you'll get 2 weeks notice from the time when the migration is going to start. Okay, so that's tipping, pretty straightforward. Near integration is live. That's our 25th layer 1, layer 2 that Collab.Land supports. We're very excited about it. Near is live on prod right now. We are coordinating with the Near team for a co-marketing and a Twitter Spaces. I think, Candy, they've committed to something next week. If you check out the channel we have with
Looks
them.
like a Monday morning at like 8 a.m. Eastern. So we're going to
Okay.
do Rise and Shine with Near.
Perfect. So we're going to be doing, so that's going to be next Monday then. Is that accurate, Candy? Next Monday?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay, cool. So we'll be doing what we call the integration situation. It's been a bit since we've done one. The last one we did was with Q protocol. Yeah, so integration situation, that's going to be Monday morning, Eastern time. Check it out. We'll be talking to Near team, Near comms team, Near Week. They have a publication there where they talk about all things Near. Check out the Near blockchain if you're interested. They are doing a lot of interesting things over there. We're definitely very thankful for the support and excited about bringing Collab.Land to their communities over there. I do have a Near NFT, again, not financial advice, but I do have a Near NFT, and they do have even without token gating, they have a interesting community already starting over there. So definitely check it out, Near. We're very excited for them and hoping to support them as they grow more into the crypto community space. Okay, so that's happening next Monday. And then it's live on prod already. So if you already are a part of a Near project, you can just start using it. Otherwise, we will probably be announcing this Twitter Spaces and making a tweet announcement this week about Near as well. We just wanted to get that Twitter Spaces on the calendar before we made any announcement. So that is done, and we're excited. We can now move forward with our tweet about them, welcoming them to Collab.Land. All right. Next, we had a Tezos UI bug that came up over the weekend where our little robot was flying and hovering over the signing message portion. So when you were trying to connect with Tezos, it's embarrassing, but it is what it is. When you were trying to connect with Tezos, then the little robot was flying in that exact same spot. And so you weren't able to push the message or push the button. And so that came up on Saturday night and it was fixed on Sunday. So all good. If there's any buzz anywhere around you about the Tezos message signing being broken, you can let them know that it's fixed and they can go try it again. All right. I think that's it for bot updates.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Angeli, for sharing those. And yeah, great to be up to date with anything happening with our lovely Ace bot. And now I think that we are ready to talk a little bit about our May Roundup. So what is this about? Can you nerd tell us where to find the Roundup and what information is included in these Roundups?
Oh, baby, can I talk about the Roundup? Yeah, the Roundup went out on Friday, this past Friday. I just dropped a link in the stage chat so you guys can check it out there. But the Roundups are basically all of the events and things and the newsletters and the highlights of the things that happened during the past month. So, not everyone has the time to pay super close attention to everything that's happening in the Discord or everything that goes out on the Twitter account. It's just like, wait, what's happening? And it's just too much. Well, the Roundup is just this one thing, this one newsletter that you read once a month, and it summarizes everything that happened. Now, it is on a 2-week delay. Like this one went out, whatever it was, June 16th. So if you want like the fresh, up-to-date information, then yeah, you got to pay attention. But if you're like, I don't have time for that, then just on a 2-week delay, we always put out the monthly roundup summarizing everything that's happening. So, I mean, some of the stuff I wanted to highlight in there. We talked about the fact Collab.Land turned 3 years old in May. What? Collab.Land's been going for 3 freaking years? Yeah, it was crazy. Talking about the Mini App Madness demo day for season 0 that we did back in May. And then we have links to the recordings and the demos done by Spark AI, Chain Patrol, and W3W.ai, and what those mini apps are going to enable for Collab.Land communities. If you are a developer or you know any developers, then you can show them the section on BYOM, build your own mini app. Oh, what? And Substack lets you link specific sections now. Yes! So I can actually link directly to that section. Does that, and then if you click that, yeah, it takes you right there. Nice. So, and that shows off the documentation for going from 0 to hero with mini apps. So how to get started with building mini apps. So you can send that to looks like Airtune and any other developers that you might know who might be wanting to build stuff and get involved in that. We have a tutorial video, all sorts of stuff. Like community conversations. So there's links to all of our Twitter Spaces and town hall recordings. Some other highlights. I just want to, yeah, I'll give a shout out to Knox for helping us put together the event that we did, the King of the Castle game event that a number of you guys played in. So I know like Chibi played in that. I think Airtune played in one of those. I think Owl Planet might have played in one. I know Ayotunde definitely played King of the Castle with us. And Knox is the community member who made that happen, that collaboration with Pool Together, where the winners got some 30,000 USDC delegated to them, or as a delegation prize in the Pool Together for, I think it was like 3 weeks. And Intrepid is actually a community member here, won 100 USDC from that delegation boost. So it's not that 30,000 is not, you don't win $30,000. It's $30,000 worth of winning potential. It's a little nuanced. There's links in there. But some platform updates. We published some stats and numbers thread. A little bit of some thoughts around Collab.Land's thoughts around privacy and why we need to be concerned about it moving forward in Web3. We have change up here. We have the DevRel Live with Kenny. In May, we had building AI-powered mini apps, and then talking about APIs, scopes, and key issuances. So again, a lot of developer-focused content. And then we did some D3. What? D3? I know. D3. Some DDD. Some dev deep dives with CTO Raymond Fang. So looking at multi-party compute and account abstraction for the GM pass. Whatever all of those words mean, well, go check out the video. It's all explained in there. And how we are scaling Collab.Land using AWS. Some other stuff in the news, some interviews that Anjali did with like Shell Protocol. James had an article that was published in NASDAQ on the NASDAQ website. Yeah, NASDAQ is in like Dow Jones and NASDAQ. That's crazy. Like he got an article published about him. There's an interview done with AMB Crypto. Anjali was on the Pool Together community podcast. Like there's so much stuff that was published and happening in May, guys. There's so much stuff. The calendar for this week's on there. And yeah, go ahead. If you haven't clicked any of those links in the stage chat yet, I don't know what you're doing, but click into those. Give the Substack a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and so you can stay up to date with things that are happening, even if it's on a little bit of a delay. Yeah, perfect. Exactly, Airtune. Airtune said in the chat, this is perfect for me. The news are not urgent for me, and I need to not get information overloaded. Just keep up with everything. Exactly. So you're exactly who we're creating that newsletter for. And if you guys subscribe, then you don't even have to come to the town hall to hear about it. It gets delivered directly to your email. What? Just boop, shows up there. Super nice. And we're also, by the way, Airtune, by the way, hint, hint, alpha alert. We are going to be creating a developer-focused newsletter through the Substack as well. I'm not sure exactly how that works with having the same Substack account and multiple outlets or multiple publications on the same Substack, but we're exploring that to be able to communicate directly with developers over email through stuff that Kenny's doing and getting all that content out there. So yeah, guys, go ahead and click through, give it a like, a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much.
Oh, great information. Thank you, Nerd. Also, we need to record the little soundboard, like the sound effects that you do, and add them to the soundboard here at Collab.Land. I think they're super funny. You've got your own personal soundboard.
just have me doing the air horn sounds.
Yes, yes.
I love that.
I can maybe do a clap, 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 and then you do all of the rest ones. Wait, we need this.
Saying y'all in the soundboard.
Yes. we need this. Can we fund this? Anyways, thank you so much, Nerd. All great information, and thanks for sharing the links. That makes it super, super easy to find all of the information and refer to what you're talking about. So thanks. Amazing. And with this, also for you, Nerd, is there any updates about the Collab.Land co-op that you can share with us today?
Yes. Thank you for asking. The Collab.Land co-op update. We are going to be moving some tokens around, and we don't want anyone to panic. There is going to be some token movements happening toward the end of the month is where we're looking at doing that. And that's going to be some locked token transfers, but we will be doing an announcement that'll get published on the Mirror, the collabland.mirror.xyz site, because it's this is DAO focused content, so it's going to be going out on the Mirror. And you can look for that coming out next week, talking about those locked tokens that are getting transferred out, and we'll be talking about where they're going, why they're going, when they're going, all that information. We'll make sure to publish that information before we do any movements, so everyone can be aware.
Amazing. Thank you. All right. So that was for the Collab.Land co-op. And great. I think that we're good then to jump to our next topic for today's town hall, and that's crypto news. And for this, I would love to invite Candy to share some of the latest crypto news and then any crypto breaking news to share in the stage today.
Absolutely, GB. Thank you so much for inviting me up here to talk about silly things like geese, right? Because that's where we're at regarding crypto news. Last week was kind of big with the sales, and if you're not up to date, here's the thread from Punk6529 on the goose. And now look at this. This goose, this is some art. Looks like a goose, also looks like a wedge of cheese. There's a little bit of magic in here. I appreciate this goose, but this goose sold for $6.2 million, and this is wild. Actually, there were quite a few sales last week through Sotheby's, which is really an interesting thing. Because the goose, and we have the great honking menace gif. I love that. Not only did the goose sell, but there were also, other auction pieces that were defying expectations. There was chromie squiggles, there were some fidenzas, topping over 1.2 million. Even the CryptoPunks that sold, far surpassed the expectations, and that was something that, given all of the talks of bear markets and maybe the still kind of fuzzy situation between the traditional art houses and the Web3 space, it's nice to see that these are still making sales, even though, this situation or environment currently is what it is. And because of this, We had also, I'm going to find the link for it, put out a poll last week that was about these sales. Here we go. I found it. So here's the link to our Collab.Land Ask for Friday, which, we were looking at these sales and wondering, if this might cause a positive ripple effect for Web3, specifically for NFTs or for the whole of the space, including DeFi and just general tokens, or no results, or maybe people are just curious. And we had 43 total votes, as you can see from that link, and 46% of those people believe that there may be some positive ripple effect for NFTs. And by ripple effect, it's not necessarily the sale happens, so now the person who sold the things has lots of ETH to then redistribute, but rather, does it give people kind of that bullish positive feeling where they start taking purchase actions again, or kind of market moving, as you will. So this is an interesting thing. Like, people are still feeling a little bit bullish. Like, it was overwhelmingly, if you look at the results, yes, between NFTs and everyone. So a total of 76 and over 0.5% of the respondents believe that yes, this will have a positive result for the whole space, and that's refreshing to see, given kind of the way that regulations were looking the prior couple weeks. So we're feeling positive vibes despite some U.S. regulation chatter. So I think that's all I have in terms of crypto news, but I'm always a fan of news that involves geese. So there we have it.
Thank you, Candy. Also, there's been a lot of, I actually have an op-ed I wrote that's going to be coming out hopefully soon, about how this was Three Arrows Capital, and it's somebody that was a bad actor in our space that owned all this beautiful art, and now the art was repurchased by a crypto person that's a part of our community, a part of the crypto ecosystem, a fan and a supporter of NFT art. So it's like a kind of a coming home as well, which is fantastic that we now have enough people, believers in the space, that we can reabsorb this art that's been kind of taken out of the system. So it's a beautiful story, I think.
Kind of funny too. But thank you, Candy, for sharing this very interesting news that's happening in the crypto space. I also love all of the gifts in the stage chat. So thanks for everyone sharing those. I think they're hilarious. But amazing. Thank you again for sharing. And with this, let's talk now about some alpha and product updates. Let's have Angeli. Are there any updates about upcoming features that we can share?
Yes,
our
I would
audience.
say James usually does this. He's not here this week because it's the final day of our move, so he's managing a little bit of that. However, I'm going to do my best to kind of give everyone at least a work in progress story of what's happening. Now, we have a soft launch of our dev portal happening today or tomorrow, and that isn't a public launch, but it's going to be a soft launch to people who have requested API keys in the past and who are already in relationship with Kenny, who is our DevRel director. And so there is a soft launch of this dev portal happening. And then the public launch of the dev portal is going to be much more user-friendly, ready to go. It's going to include a login with Collab.Land feature, so that way you can have Collab.Land available for your website with a login with Collab.Land, and then access to community APIs. There will be a free tier, a paid tier, and an enterprise tier, just the same way we're doing with the ProBot. So that's what's going on with the dev portal product, or the community, what we're calling the community API. Again, that's a working title. API as a service, I don't know. We're not 100% sure what that title is going to be finally, but it is our dev portal community API product that is going to be coming out. And so that's where we are with that, which is a soft launch happening now and a public launch happening in the next few weeks. And then we're also working on our ProBot. Collab.Land's features will, what we have right now, what you're using now, aside from the marketplace mini apps, which, we've been using the phrase free now, collab later. The service that we have now, which is token gating, which is access to the mini app marketplace, that is going to remain free. However, over the years, we've gotten many requests for people that want more expensive features, a little bit different types of stuff that we offer, or maybe more direct support, lots of maybe more frequent background check. There have been other features that people have asked for that we have not been able to keep free because they're just too much of an infrastructure cost for Collab.Land. And so we are going to be launching a Pro bot, which is for, again, if you want to keep using Collab.Land the way it is, keep going. But if you want some more advanced features, more responsiveness, more sophistication, then you can purchase a Pro bot. So again, with the bot, we'll have a free tier, which we have now. We'll have a Pro bot feature and also an enterprise feature. There have been a lot of brands that come to Collab.Land and they want something more bespoke. And so if you're in that situation or you're a very large community, then you might want to move into the enterprise plan. That will be the third plan that will be based on what exactly your needs are, and the prices will vary depending on what you're asking for. Like, for example, one that came up this morning was a custodial wallet with their own platform, similar to Alluvio or Dapper. And so if you need something like that, it's going to be a different price than somebody that may just want more, having an account manager, or somebody like with NBA Top Shot, we have an account manager. So there's going to be different levels of service, and it will depend on the customer itself, the enterprise itself. So that's what's coming up with the Pro bot, so free, Pro, and enterprise, and we're working on the final versions of that as well. So we have this dev portal / community API as a service happening. We have our Pro bot that's also coming, and then we also have a member portal coming out. So that's going to be like our member portal, and also the GM Pass, I guess. So Chibi, you can talk about the GM Pass a little bit afterwards. But we have these 3 initiatives that our team is working on right now, along with our communities that are continuing to grow, which we're so excited about. So yeah, those are the next 3 things that are happening with Collab.Land.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And yeah, about GM Pass. You guys may have noticed if you've tried sending a kudos, a message will pop up if you don't have a GM Pass. That's okay, because it is now auto-generated when you try to send a kudos, both for you and the person you're sending a kudos to. So actually, why don't we try that? And also, if you have used it and you have any feedback that you'd like to share with us, please do so. Let's get to the kudos and how to use it. And maybe for this, I can try to share my screen so that I can show you guys. Let's see if that goes well. Awesome. I think that it's coming through now if you would like to see it, but otherwise, that's fine. I'll be sharing with you guys how to do this and what command to use. And this is used with a / command. You will see 2 options here if you write kudos down. The first one is to give a kudos to anyone. So maybe let's do, I want to do Kenny because he was mentioned previously and I really like his several office hours. So thank you for doing an amazing job with Collab.Land several office hours. And let's add an emoji. A quick fact, just because I love emojis, you can add any emojis that are in the Discord server, in the Collab.Land Discord server, and also any stock emojis. And I'll use this little heart one that's beautiful. So let's do that. Oh, Nerd is also sending one to Meme Brains. You'll see a message here saying a kudos has been sent. Oh, I'm also receiving one from Angeli saying thank you for being a great town hall lead. Oh, and thank you. And you can see that one was sent to Kenny as well. You can see the emoji. Anyone, if you would like to send a kudos to anyone presenting or anyone in the audience or anyone at all, feel free to do that and let us know what you think. Also, there's another command that I was mentioning earlier to show your last 3 kudos. So we can try that as well. I love kudos. They make me really happy. Oh, thank you for being so organized. I appreciate this. Also, town hall. These are wonderful. Please, everyone, give it a try whenever you have a chance. And share your kudos during any session, like if you learn anything new or would like to acknowledge or thank anyone for anything. Again, you can use kudos GIF, you tag the person, fill out the prefix and the kudos, and that's about it. It's pretty easy. Again, if the other person or you don't have a GM pass yet, it will be generated for you. It can take up to 15 minutes if I'm not mistaken, but after it is generated, the kudos will be sent. And that's, let's stop sharing screen. But that's for the GM pass and the kudos mini app, which I really like. Stop streaming now. But yeah, let us know what you think. Whenever you can give it a try. And I think lastly, we have some alpha that we'd like to share today.
We shared it again. If you're interested in real hot alpha, then definitely come to Media Team Meetup. We have them every Friday where we do share our alpha for the week based on our stats of the week. And last week, what we discovered is that Wallet Connect beat MetaMask by 3 times, so 3x Wallet Connect in new wallet connections. And so I think Wallet Connect V2 has been amazing. Congratulations to the Wallet Connect team and Pedro, who's a longtime fan or friend of Collab.Land, for delivering on V2. We're very excited about that. We're happy to support V2. We support V2 and V1 at the moment. So if you need to check where your wallet goes, most wallets have transitioned to V2, but there are some that have lagged behind. So before you connect, be aware of what's going on in terms of your wallet being supported by V1 or V2. So that's what's happening with Wallet Connect. So big congratulations to Wallet Connect. We're always happy to see a movement in different spaces, and it's exciting to see. So that's what's happening with that. Also, I wanted to mention really quickly to add on to the GM Pass conversation, which is GM Pass with kudos, with verifiable credentials, is only available in the Collab.Land Discord right now. We are going to bring stuff to you first in terms of your community. The Collab.Land Discord is where we try everything, and we'd love your feedback. So experimentation happens in the Collab.Land Discord, and we're just very happy to be able to do that and share that with everybody. So yeah, definitely let us know. But the GM Pass is really setting ourselves up, and it is going to continue to expand into your decentralized identity. And so the first part of that is getting verifiable credentials to that decentralized identity. So we're very excited about that. So definitely check out the GM Pass, let us know. And if you don't see it happening in other communities, that's because it hasn't been rolled out there yet.
Thank you, Anjali, for clarifying that. And yeah, I think that's all for our product updates in last week's alpha. So now I would like to bring up our next topic of conversation, and that's Mochi Game. So for you, Nerd, I have a couple of questions, starting with what is Mochi and how are we using it in the Collab.Land ecosystem?
Great questions, Shibi. Great questions. Mochi is a team-based goal-setting game built on Ethereum where people get to set goals and report progress towards them. Here in Collab.Land, we're using it to do this kind of create a meme a day project. We're calling it the Meme Machine. Hashtag meme machine, and posting those things up on Twitter. If y'all have been paying attention to the Collab.Land Twitter yesterday or earlier this morning, you would have seen some posts go up from people like Iotunde, from people like me, and who else is here? Joy to the World put one up this morning. And we've got, I think, like 12 people, 12 people, something like that, playing this game with us. But it's super cool because we're using this like AI generated meme images based around Ace. If you guys remember, who's Ace? Ace, what is Ace? If you guys remember, Ace is this guy. Our little robot mascot. our advanced collaboration executor. Um, and using that character as the kind of basis for these images that we're creating memes around. Now, we're doing this with a small group. Like I said, we got like 8 to 12 right now. And we're hoping to be able to roll this out to a wider group in like a V2 later on. But right now we're working with a small group. But you guys out there who are listening to this call can still participate in this process on Twitter. I'll drop a link in the chat right now, which I'm going to make it so it does not drop a preview because you're going to need all the parameters in there. But that link I just dropped right there is all of the Meme Machine tweets that have gone out so far. So if you guys click that link, it'll take you to Twitter, and where you can find those hashtags. You can find the posts. I just clicked it right now. I'm gonna look. Looks like IO Tunde is the most recent one, but we've got some stuff from Chaotica, from Pedro, Parakia. We've got mine on there. I see one from Luxumbra, Player 0x, and I see some stuff from Farmagata as well. So you can just go through there, drop them a heart, drop them some comments, and we'll be looking and highlighting some of those memes as we go on, and sharing our favorites. Probably make it onto the roundup and other places. But it's just super fun meme machine game that we're playing with some people, spreading the word about the good word of Ace and our vision and values for Collab.Land. Now, I know this is a throwback. Guys, and everyone's like, wait, what? What is he talking about? What? Throwback! But if you guys remember the mission, vision, values that we voted on way the hell long ago, I just linked it right there in the chat. But those mission, vision, and values, that's really what we're trying to do with this meme machine thing, is we're trying to spread those values, those Collab.Land co-op core values. I just grabbed the link. This link. Let's use that one instead of the first one I did, because that'll take you straight to the values. So things like safety, collaboration, security, decentralization, data sovereignty, trustfulness, responsibility. These are kind of our like themes of the week that we're going to be creating memes around and sharing them up on Twitter. So it's super fun, super exciting. Can't wait to see what people create and share on Twitter there.
Indeed, and I'm loving them so far. It's only been 2 days now. 2 days now, but they have been great. I need to get to it as well. Thankfully, shared that I can change like the time zone to be at night instead of the morning, so that's very helpful. And I'll get to it. I am also looking forward to participating in this journey. So thanks, Nerd. And also, we'll keep everyone posted about next journeys and how to join those. So stay tuned, everyone. And that's all for the Mochi game.
Awesome.
Thank you, Nerd, so much for all of the very, very valuable information. And let's see, I'm taking a look at the time. I would like to talk a little bit and very quickly about our top 100 communities and what are the latest updates regarding our top 100 communities distribution process. So, yes, this is still ongoing. There are still 8 communities that are going through the process of claiming their tokens, like these steps that they need to do before receiving their token allocation. They're still in the process of completing these steps, and we aim to complete this distribution by the end of the month. So we're working on that. Again, I'd like to share our Collab.Land Mirror link because you can see all of the proposals and read all of the approved proposals in our Collab.Land Mirror. You can go there, read them all. We also have our top 100 proposals channel. If you would like to be up to date with the steps that these last communities are in, or what's the, any feedback or questions that we've asked them, or any updates are posted in there, and they're public. So if you are part of any specific community that's in our top 100, you can be up to date by going to their proposals post and read everything that's happening regarding that community. Also, we're reaching out to our top 100 communities to host events together, which I think will be lots of fun. Some of them have replied already, so we're working on that. And lastly, we wanted to talk a little bit about these communities' distribution because we've seen that some members have reached out saying things like a specific community is not using or distributing the funds within that community, or they're not doing what their proposal said, and comments of this sort. And we wanted to mention that unfortunately we have no control of what these top 100 communities do with the tokens after these tokens were sent. We go through a very long process, and we do this to make sure that their plan is to distribute the tokens in a fair way to their community members. This is why we do the whole proposal thing. We go through these proposals, we read all of the details, we make sure that their proposals are fair and that all of the tokens will be given to their community members. And yeah, we do all of this, and the communities that go through this whole process are the ones that receive the tokens. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that if the funds are not being used as stated in these communities' proposals, the community members should reach out to the founders or community representatives and ask them, hey, what's going on? When is the distribution happening? A lot of these distributions are taking, I think most of them are taking more than a month to be fully distributed. So I don't know, maybe you can ask, when is this getting started, or what are you doing to prepare for this, or just ask any questions, reach out to them and see what they say. You again can find all of this information on when the token distribution is going to happen within their communities. But if you notice anything strange, or that maybe they're not talking about it, or that, I don't know, any suspicious transactions from their wallets, because the wallets are also shown in the proposal and in the proposal post. If you see any suspicious activity, reach out to them and ask what's going on. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because we've seen some people mentioning things like this. And yeah, just to make a quick note about that. Do you maybe have any additional thoughts, Anjali?
Yeah, I mean, like Chibi said, we go through a really rigorous proposal process in order to determine who gets the distribution. We are giving 15% of our total collab token to our top 100 communities. Out of those top 100 communities, 74 began the process, but only 51 completed the process, because we do ask for so much information, so much accountability. You need to publicly state the wallet address the tokens are going into and how you're going to be sharing and distributing those tokens. A lot of them are based on activities and engagement and rewarding contributions by members. And so it's not a lot of them are just doing a straight dump of tokens to their members. So that's something to be aware of. Definitely check out all of the proposals on collabland.mirror.xyz. You can also read the proposals because the communities that you're in have posted a tweet with a reference to that Medium or the Mirror article. So definitely check it out. But again, you know how crypto works. Once the tokens are sent to them, we can't take them back, nor are we responsible for how they're going to follow through with their plan. Like, we can do as much as we can with Collab.Land, and we had a public comment period for every single proposal. And so community members were able to ask these questions, hard questions. But now we're not in a parental situation where we can go into these communities and say, hey, you're not using the Collab.Land token the way that you said in your proposal. It's really going to be responsibility of the members themselves to keep their communities accountable. we did as much as we could to make sure we vetted it. And I will tell you, a lot of communities did not want to share public wallet addresses. A lot of communities didn't want to share publicly that they were getting Collab token, and we did not give Collab token to those communities. So from our perspective, we did what we could to make sure that we vetted it to people that were willing to be transparent and accountable, and also giving out the token and using the token in a way that was going to encourage their own communities and help us during this bear market time to stay vibrant and be positive. So definitely, if you're still having an issue with your community, take it up with them, however you choose to do so. But Collab.Land telling us is kind of difficult because we're not in a situation where we're going through and policing how they're spending it. That's one. Now, on the positive note, there are so many of our top 100 communities that are using Collab tokens in an amazing way. You can see it on Twitter. They post all the time about if you do this activity or that activity, or we're including Collab in this activity. Like, check out the top 100 communities, check them out on Twitter, read their proposals, and if you like them, consider joining those communities. I mean, those are really ones that are going to be the most aligned with what we're trying to do here. So this may be an opportunity for a little bit of community discovery for those of you that maybe aren't as happy with the current ones that you're in. Thanks, Chibi, for letting me add on to that.
Absolutely. And I think it's very important to mention these things and to let everyone know what's happening with our top 100 communities. And yep, I think those are all of the latest updates when it comes to our top 100. And now, taking a look at the time, I think it's a good moment to distribute our POAP. So let's do that right now. For everyone in the audience, if you would like to claim today's Town Hall POAP, you will be using the POAP mini app. So that's /comment POAP claim. You can write it in the state chat or in the general chat. It should work in any of the chats of the server. So that again is /POAP claim, and that will ask you for a claim phrase. In that little box, you will write collab roundup. Collab as in Collab.Land, so that would be COLLAB. And then roundup, ROUNDUP. All lowercase and with no spaces in between. Once that you write collab roundup down, you can hit enter and that will give you a code to claim your POAP. One more time, the secret phrase is collab roundup. All lowercase and with no spaces in between. Please let us know if it works for you, otherwise we can try to troubleshoot with you. I'm just claiming mine and I got my code. It's always exciting. I love this mini app, always say it, but it's very easy to set it up and also to claim the POAPs. So I really like using it, makes my life easier. Amazing, I see that L Planet was able to claim the POAP. Amazing, thank you for letting us know. Once more, just in case, the secret phrase is collab roundup and we're using /POAP claim to claim the POAP. It's all done within Discord. /POAP claim, collab roundup. Hit enter and you'll receive a code to claim your POAP. Amazing. With this, there's one more topic that we want to talk about very briefly for today's town hall, and that's community and events. One of my very favorites. First things first, we had our AI and Collab.Land research team meetup yesterday, and you can find the recording for this meetup in our YouTube channel. Let me get you a link to this AI session. I find this very, very interesting sessions, and you also get to know how Collab.Land is implementing AI and how we're planning on using it in the future as well. So just to quickly mention, you can attend to these meetups if you have any interest in AI and again in knowing how Collab.Land is using it. And you can find these recordings in our recordings post here inside of the Discord, so I'll just send a link to that as well. And this last one is on YouTube. We'll likely be doing that in the future as well. But if you don't find it on YouTube and you would like to check the previous recordings, they're in this recordings post that I just shared in the state chat. These meetups happen every 2 weeks, so the next one will be on July 3rd at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Every 2 weeks. Make sure to bring your AI-related questions to these meetups, and I'm sure James will gladly talk about anything AI, so he'll be more than happy to answer to any questions that you have. Oh, amazing. I see more people claiming the POAP. And I just also shared the Discord event for this AI research team meetup for the next one, so you can keep interested and you can go to the sesh event that's linked in the Discord event as well if you would like to RSVP to it. Now we have 2 videos that we would like to share with you. One of these is a Decrypt interview with Anjali. I'm not sure if Anjali, if you would like to talk about this, but otherwise I'll share the links in the chat and you guys can listen to Anjali talk about Collab.Land, and the second one is why Web3 marketplaces matter. So I'm sharing them both.
Chibi, just really quickly, both of these from, and I know I talked last week about the conferences that I went to, which were NFC Lisbon, which was an NFT-focused conference where Collab.Land, NFT communities use Collab.Land, and so it's important for us to be out there and showing support for the communities. So that first one, the Decrypt interview, is at NFC Lisbon, so it has a little bit of topics about NFC Lisbon. And then the second one was really focused toward developers, but definitely check it out if you're interested. It was my solo talk at ETH Prague. So these were the 2, presences at in Lisbon and Prague 2 weeks ago.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. And I just dropped the links in the chat, so you guys can check those out. Additionally, what else do we have in our community and events section? Oh, we have Collab.Land Dev Deep Dives. These were previously called CTO office hours. We're having another session tomorrow, Wednesday, at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. These are hosted by our very own CTO, Raymond Fang. And this is a technical event, however, everyone is welcome to attend. And also, please let us know if you have any feedback or if you have any questions. Also, feel free to bring them up to these sessions, and Raymond will gladly assist you as well. Again, this is happening tomorrow, Wednesday, June 21st at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And we have a Discord event for this, so let's share that in the chat as well. If you would like to attend, you can RSVP to it and you'll be notified when the event is getting started. What else? We have Collab Community Twitter Spaces. Candy, can you tell us about this week's Twitter Spaces?
Absolutely. So this week, we will be having the Crypto Nomads Club joining us for Twitter Spaces, which Anjali and Chibi will be hosting because I will be on vacation doing some nerdy board game conference stuff. So Crypto Nomads Club is a super fun Web3 group. Very much about what their name is, being crypto nomads and traveling. And if you follow Anjali on Twitter, you will have seen that she encountered them recently during her travels to Europe. So I'm sure there is plenty of great conversation to be had there, and I will be excited to catch the recap. But that will be on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. As always, there will be a POAP for it. And then, as was noted earlier in our town hall here, we are also doing a Twitter space on Monday morning time is either 8 or 8:30 a.m. to be determined shortly. We'll get that on the calendar, but that will be an integration situation for Near Protocol as well. So 2 Twitter spaces coming up here within the next week. Exciting times.
Indeed, I'm dropping at the Discord event as well for the Twitter spaces with information on when it's happening and how to set your reminders for it. So thank you, Candy, so much, and I really hope to see you guys there. Lastly, we have our media team meetups recap.
Time already, Chibi. We've been trying
Yes,
our
real
hardest,
quick.
even without James. We weren't able to keep it to the hour.
This is fine. Just real quick. For our media team meetup, Anjali, would you like to tell us about media team meetup?
Chibi talking?
Oh, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Maybe I'll try to leave and rejoin.
Did Anjali get rugged?
I think she may
Sure.
have.
We can hear you, Anjali. Oh no. I'll try leaving
When
and
we
rejoining.
remove
real
her
quick.
from the stage. Yeah, we can.
I'm not
So-
sure if it's a me problem or.
Chibi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear everyone.
Okay, and I can hear you. So I think it's an
Good.
Anjali problem.
All right,
Uh,
all right.
Anjali, can you hear us now?
Okay, I can't hear anybody.
Oh.
We can hear you.
Okay, I think in the meantime, I can give a really quick recap of our media team meetups. These happen every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Everyone's welcome to join. Last week's some of the highlights. Well, we already informed you guys that we share alpha every week during our media team meetups. So if you want to get the alpha first, you can attend to this, and you get to hear it first during these meetups before everyone else on Mondays. What else? We have our merch store. I wanted Anjali to talk a little bit about this, but we usually share merch shop updates on our media team meetups. Last week, Anjali shared some images of the merch that we are working on getting for the Collab.Land merch store, and I think that this is the latest update. She is waiting for some samples to arrive at her location, mostly to check on the quality of the merch and to move on with this merch store, which I'm very excited about. I think they'll be beautiful. I love the samples that we have so far, and I really just love anything with Ace on it. So I'll be very frequent customer for this. But yeah, anyways, that's for the merch store. Also, a shout out to Arian. I think he's here in the audience today. Thank you, Arian, for working with us to create something so special for our community. And I'm really looking forward to have this merch store set up. Really excited about it. Also, this merch store will accept crypto as a payment method, and I think that's just so easy. So I love that, and we'll keep you guys posted when we have any other announcements or any progress when it comes to that. Also, if anyone's doing a podcast or a Twitter Spaces or an article and you would like to have us join you, let us know, because we'd love to make that happen. Lastly, let's see. Oh, you can bring your ideas and or suggestions for Collab.Land Ask. These go out every Friday, and they're usually about topics that are relevant during the week, but it can also be other things. Feel free to bring up your ideas if you have any interesting questions that we can bring up and make a poll about. I think that'd be very interesting to hear from you guys. So that's it for our media team meetup. Again, you're all invited every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern in the Meetups voice channel. lastly, and I know that we're already 6 minutes over, but lastly, if you have any ideas or if you're part of a community and would like to host an event with us, it can be a Twitter Spaces or a game night, or we can, I don't know, watch a movie together, like have a movie night together. I would love that. Or if you have any ideas and you would like to work with us and with your community representatives to make this event happen, we would love that. So you can reach out to us with your ideas, and yeah, we'll work with you to make it happen. Wow. That was all for our community and events category. I'm not sure if Anjali is back yet, but it's okay. Lastly, we have some reminders for you guys. We have a community admin channel to gather and share best practices. You can self-select the community admin role in the Get Roles channel. If you would like to be part of this channel, you'll get access to it by selecting the role. We also have Dev Deep Dives and DevRel Live on Wednesdays. They're alternating with each other. This week we have Dev Deep Dives. Again, that's tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern with our CTO Raymond Feng. And I think that's all for today's town hall. Come join our town halls on Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. You can find the recordings for our town halls in our YouTube channel and also in the recordings post. I'll share this again real quick. There we go. The recordings post. You can find all town hall Twitter spaces, our DDD, our dev deep dives. I don't know why I'm having a hard time pronouncing it. I'll need to practice. But yeah,
DDD?
DDD. I think I'll just go with
Triple D?
it.
D cubed?
It's easier. But yeah, you can find those events and our DevRel Live on our YouTube channel as well. And yeah, thank you everyone in the audience for joining the town hall. Apologies for going over 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes. But thank you so much for staying with us and for attending. And yeah, also thanks Nerd, Candy, and Anjali. I'm not sure if she's in the audience now. But thank you guys so much for joining today. It's been great having you.
Thank you, Chibi. Always a good time to be here at Town Halls, and we'll make sure we get this up on YouTube shortly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys again. Oh, I see an invite to speak. Shall we? Let's see. If he has any questions, you can also write them in the chat. We'll get back to you ASAP. Hello there.
Hi, Chibi. Just wanted to say hello to you. And I'm noticing that I arrived late to this activity, right? It's just the ending.
Yes, we're about to wrap things up. But super happy to see you. And thanks for the hi and hi back. And yeah, if you want to listen to the recording for this town hall, we'll have it up on YouTube if you want to listen to the updates and what we talked about today. But thank you for coming up in the stage.
Yeah, I hope things are great for you guys.
Oh, for you as well, and thanks so much.
What's your name, friend? I'm Nerd.
Hi, my name is Jose, and actually, I don't know if we have the chance. I would love to share a tune.
Oh, like a song?
Yes.
Oh, I think that'd be fantastic if anyone wants to stay to listen to it.
Beautiful.
I want to. Yes, please go ahead.
aferro tanto a los momentos que cuando se acaban me causan dolor. Ese es mi karma de tanto soñar. Que el tiempo todo lo cambia, que el tiempo es transformación, que el tiempo es una distancia que cambia la percepción. Tu frío que tanto, no me entregues nada. La eterna madrugada nos mira en un rincón. Bailaba sin distracción la canción de la muerte. Nuestro código inherente también se hizo canción. Tanto talento que tienen tus ojos tardíos. Muero de risa con todos tus juegos mentales. El argumento más denso ahora es la brisa de tus valores tan tiernos y tan naturales. No te conecto los puntos al tiempo con rimas y tú no sabes de dónde van mis disparates. ¿Qué manifiesto te quito en los mediodías? Queda color de mi esencia a tus realidades. Y a veces despierto en plena madrugada, como pidiendo a gritos un color, una tonalidad más clara, que luces también color, y notas musicales o signos zodiacales. El arte es un motor. Tu frío quitámoslo, no me entres nada. Eterna madrugada nos mira en un rincón. Bailaba sin distracción la canción de la muerte. Nuestro código inherente también se hizo canción. Tanto talento que tienen tus ojos tardíos. Muero de risa con todos tus juegos mentales. El argumento más denso ahora es la risa de tus valores tan tiernos y tan siderales. Canto y conecto los puntos a tiempo con rimas y tú no sabes de dónde van mis disparates. Que manifiesto seguido en los medios días. Quedan color de mi esencia a tus realidades. Keep away from FOMO and hold the vibe.
That was beautiful. I'm like tearing up. Clap, 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 clap. Best closing to any of our town halls ever. Thank you. Also, just real quick, you should definitely join our next karaoke.
Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias. Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, which day is the karaoke?
I'm planning it. I think it will be by the beginning of next month, because I guess Little Alpha will have a Chinese and Spanish channels coming up next month, and we'll have a karaoke event to celebrate that. So I'll share all of the details likely next week or as soon as possible, but I'll let you know personally. Would love to have you there. Yes. And thanks again. That was beautiful. I love karaoke, and I love to listen to people either playing or singing anything. It's just so nice. So yeah, I think with this beautiful song, we are good now to wrap things up. Thanks everyone again for joining today. It's been fantastic seeing you guys, and thank you, Jose. We'll see you all next time. Bye for now.